Everyone, welcome back to the NBF Chemistry series. In part 5, we explored the fundamentals of analytical chemistry, focusing on the fact that this branch helps us identify and quantify substances. Today, we are turning our attention to environmental chemistry, so let's dive in. Now, what is environmental chemistry? Environmental chemistry is basically study of how chemicals affect the earth and everything living on it, which means that it helps us keep our environment and our planet healthy and helps us find ways to solve problems like pollution. Now, there are two major levels on which this environmental chemistry acts upon, or the things that it studies. The two levels are macroscopic, or the larger level or a bigger picture of the entire environment of earth, and second one is the microscopic level of our environment. In the macroscopic level, environmental chemistry studies the chemical and biochemical phenomena and processes that occur in environment, plus their implications for the ecosystem and human health. One such example of biochemical phenomena is photosynthesis, which is basically a process that is used by plants to produce their own food. Now, because we eat plants as well, and we eat other species of animals as well, so all of these biological phenomena that occurs in plants, such as photosynthesis, affect not only the plants themselves, but it also affect ecosystems around it, and it can even affect human health as well. On a microscopic level, environmental chemists study pollutants such as heavy metals, pesticides, plastic wastes, etc. And all of this studied to understand their environmental effect, because we know that all of them are harmful for our environment. So, an environmental chemists also develop different remediation strategies in order to cope these kind of environmental pollutants. Okay. Mm. Now let's come towards what your book has to say about this field. The definition that your book provides about environmental chemistry states that it is a study of chemicals and toxic substances that pollute the environment and their adverse effects on human beings as well. Now, one thing is not mentioned that I've already told you, that it not just studies those pollutants, but it also studies remediation strategies or ways to cope up with different kinds of pollutions in our environment. Now, the essential questions you should consider while studying environmental chemistry is: how do human activities contribute to air pollution, and what are the consequences for the environment? All of these activities, such as we are producing more vehicles day by day, and different kinds of electronics are producing different kinds of waste. Our industries are producing different kinds of waste. So, how should we cope up with these things, and what are the consequences of all of this pollution to our environment? And second one is, what role do greenhouse gases play in climate change, and how can we mediate their effects? Now we'll study about environmental chemistry later on in the chapters, and this greenhouse gases and the greenhouse effect is a very important topic related to global warming. And this is a very widely spread research topic that you should always know comes under the category of environmental chemistry. Okay. Now, the daily life usage of environmental chemistry is to protect water. Now, how can we protect water? Water is everywhere in our lakes and rivers and seas as well. So, water has been polluted by soil, dust particles, and different kinds of other things as well. For example, plastic waste that we throw into the water, or our sewage system that pollutes the water. Now, there are different methods through which scientists have been trying to protect water in a way, or like purify water. And these different methods are sedimentation, filtration, disinfection. Sedimentation is basically settling down of hard waste material. If we keep water in large tanks, like this is a whole process. The water purification is a whole process under which these main three categories come. Second one is filtration. Filtration, as the name indicates, you filter out small waste materials from the water, and disinfection is like killing of all kinds of bacteria that is present in the water. So these are the steps that are involved in water purification or cleansing of the water. That is a very common application in our daily life, because we all know that water is the most essential thing that we require for our survival. So that was all about environmental chemistry. In the next lecture we will in the next lecture we will study about biochemistry, so stay tuned for that.